Well, hey guys. Hope your week's going well. Hope you guys had an awesome Memorial Day. I know it sounds weird to say that just because of what the purpose of Memorial Day is, but I know for most of us, it is a time where we get to, um, maybe take the day off work and spend some time with family members. I think it's important to always remember why we celebrate Memorial Day, um, but I do think it's great to be able to have those days where we can kind of just relax a little bit and spend times with the ones that we love. So hopefully you were able to do that yesterday. I know I was, and it was a lot of fun to kind of just wind down. Um, the weekend for me personally last weekend was an emotional one. Um, just kind of going over some of the things that I dealt with throughout the course of the week, and so it made for a very kind of emotional weekend experience, which kind of tends to poop you out, to be honest. So to be able to relax a little bit at home with the family was just what I needed. So, um, but heading into this week, we're starting a brand new series called Refresh, which is kind of um, where I just kind of feel like that's where I'm at in my life right now. I just need a refresh. You get so caught up in ministry and just all of the tasks and responsibilities and all the hats that you wear. It's really easy to kind of lose focus on the most important things and the reason why we all do what we do. And so we all need a refresh from time to time. So personally, I'm looking forward to this series because I think I need this just as much as anybody else. So I do want to encourage you to um, sit in a service and make sure you're getting fed that way. It's really important. I'm not going to preach to you about it, but I just cannot encourage that enough for you all to be being engaged in a weekend service and listening to the messages and things like that. So I want to encourage you to do that this weekend as we start the series. It's also week one, which means it's baptism weekend. So I think looking over the set and the songs that we're doing, I think this is going to make for a really amazing service. Just with all the elements that we have, on top of that, people getting baptized, I think it's going to be fantastic. So um, I'm really, really excited for that. All right, well, before we look at the order of service, let's take a look and see who's on the team this weekend. We have Chris White on acoustic, Mark Hernandez on bass, Noah on drums. I had all three of those guys last weekend. Dave Foreman on guitar, Felicia singing, Larry on keys, myself and Tim. Still looking for some camera people. If you know anybody that can help out, please let me know. We have Matt and Christy Atkins serving together, Snoop on lights, and Anthony on sound. Fantastic team. Looking forward to serving with you all. It's going to be a great weekend. All right, let's take a look and see, look it through the set, and maybe just kind of talk through some of these things with you. We have 5-minute countdown per usual. Sorry, that's per usual if that doesn't make sense to you. Our generation, my generation of people, we like to consolidate words because we're lazy. So per usual. The opening song is by Bastille. It's called Joy. I know it's confusing because we're also doing another song called Joy next week. But this weekend it's Bastille. Mr. Tim, Mr. Tim, I would love if you would take this song. To be honest with you, man, I just don't think it fits my voice really well. You did such an amazing job the last time you were on, and I think with those falsetto parts and things like that, I think you would kill this song. So I'd love to have you learn that. I'll learn it too, just in case. But man, I think you'll do a great job on the song, brother. So that'll be fun. From there, we'll do the campus host welcome. Chris is out this weekend, so I think these speaking parts will more than likely be Phil. So just preparing you for that. From there, we'll do our worship set. Overcome, we are doing it in the key of A, which is the key that we normally do it. So just make sure you're learning the right version of that. And then we will go into Who You Say I Am. We are doing the key of G. Again, that's the key that we normally do it in. Not quite sure why this one got posted, but I know last weekend there were some songs in weird keys that unfortunately didn't get changed until last minute. So I wanted to make sure I was staying on top of those things as quickly as possible. So Overcome in A, Who You Say I Am in G. Also, please note that this version is a little bit different. This is the studio version. So it doesn't have that kind of like false ending and then going back into the song. You'll hear it when you listen to it on Playing Center. I'm sure you guys have already been listening to it. So so just take note of that. And obviously we'll make sure that Ableton and all that stuff is matching what we're doing. From there, Campus Host Visioncast, Phil will come out and do that. And then we'll head into the message with our series intro video and then Ben's message. And then we will be introducing a new song called Bigger Than I Thought. There are, just to let you know, there are kind of a couple plays that we're considering running for this. We did have an opportunity to talk through this song with Ben this morning, and he kind of gave us a few different scenarios about what we could do with this. So I only say that to say that there's a possibility that what we do with this song in terms of it's not going to get placed any differently in the service, but we might teach, I don't know if we're going to be teaching a chorus beforehand or whatever the case may be, but Ben's really trying to just kind of lock in what feel he's going for with this song. If this is supposed to be like a, hey, why don't you sit in your seats and kind of just meditate on the words of the song, or if this is a, hey, stand up and try to sing along with us. I know it's new, but do your best, kind of that kind of stuff. So nothing that really should affect you guys. It's more of just how transition-wise, how we're going to go into it. If you take a listen to it, there's about 47 seconds of instrumental at the beginning of the song that like gradually builds. That stuff's that's going to stay there. Obviously not going to do that like what's the word I'm looking for? Spontaneous vocal kind of stuff. We're not going to do that, but I may use that 47 seconds of time to cast vision on the song and just prepare people's hearts and minds for what they're about to hear. And then perhaps around the bridge section, maybe invite them to stand if they so choose to do that. So, but we'll figure all that out as the week continues, and so just wanted to let you guys know about that. But we're not cutting the song, we're not moving it or anything like that. It's just how we're delivering that to the congregation may change. Cool. Well, that's going to be a really, really good song. I think it's a song that's going to kind of stick in our worship pool for a while. I know sometimes we have a tendency to debut songs and then we kind of play them for like a week and then they go away and they disappear, and then when we try to bring them back later on, it's like, oh man, that one didn't really work so well. I think this one's going to stick, so it's a really good song. So that will be I'll do that one and Overcome. And then obviously Felicia will do Who You Say I Am. Send off, post jam. I'm not sure how we're going to do post jam this weekend. I know it's pretty cool to have the band out there live when baptisms are going on. So I'll get with Phil tomorrow to see how he wants to navigate through baptisms. And if we are going to hold the baptisms until the end of the service, it might be a good opportunity for us to remain on stage, and we can kind of shade underneath that. Either way, I know you guys do a really good job of this, so it's not I'm not lecturing you about it. But if we can, any time that we can be a part of those experiences for them, that's a huge win. Even if we're not playing anything, just to kind of stay on stage and watch them and just be a part of them and cheer and clap for them. I know that really means a lot to those who are getting baptized and their families. Just like, man, that was so cool. The band, um, just thought it was important enough to stay out there and be a part of it. So again, you guys typically do that anyways, but I'm just want to encourage you with that as well. Alrighty, that's all I have for you. The only other thing is I just got a copy of the revised dress code, so I'll be sending that out to you guys this week. Please, 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 just look over it, read through it. I'm not concerned about it in terms of, I don't think any of y'all are violating it or anything like that, but just read through it and just make sure you're on the same page. You know, I haven't had to really have any conversations with anybody about dress code stuff in a really long time. But anytime there's a revision or anything like that, or amendments, it's always important just to read up on those to make sure that we're kind of falling in line with our kind of our core beliefs on that kind of stuff, and where we're landing on, like, hey, am I all right to wear something like this or whatever. So just do me a favor and please read through that when you see that email come through. Alrighty, I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow, and the rest of you, I'll see you this weekend. All right, have a great rest of your week. Enjoy this weather. Hopefully, no more tornadoes or storms, but I can't promise you that. So, all right, guys, see ya.